Advent is a time to prepare for the Lord's coming, but also to prepare for his coming at the end of time, no longer in humility and hiddenness, but in great glory. For all flesh will see that glory and have to give an answer. Everything passes, says the soul in purgatory, and passes fast. Don't let us get so bothered about things that one day must finish. Let's aim at what will never finish. By our holy actions done in union with Jesus, let us embellish our throne in heaven. The energy, therefore, of the soul, channeled well, lest one day the soul find itself unprepared. How different the state of a soul that is drained towards the material. All its energy goes to what is passing, and it finds itself completely unprepared. Claire, says the soul in hell, you can stop praying for me. I'm damned. If I let you know it and expatiate on the matter at some length, don't imagine that it is in any way on the score of friendship. We who are here have no more love for anyone. God was trying to get through to this soul, and interesting bits come through in this hell letter. There is, for instance, the question of what happened to her own father the night he had his mortal stroke. I was sleeping in the bedroom with my mother, says Claire. Her regular breathing assured me that she was fast asleep, when suddenly I heard myself being called by name. An unknown voice was saying to me, "What will happen if your father dies?" I no longer loved my father, since he had started treating my mother so horribly. For that matter, I no longer loved anyone at all by then. All I had was a certain affection for some people who were kind to me. Love, without any hope of return in earthly form, exists only in souls in a state of grace, and I wasn't in such a state. I replied to the mysterious question without knowing where it came from, "But he isn't dying." After a brief pause, the same question was once again clearly perceived. The same answer, "But he isn't dying," broke out abruptly from my mouth again. For the third time, the voice asked me, "What will happen if your father dies?" It came to my mind how my father often came home in a drunken state, stormed out violence and maltreated my mother, and how he had placed us in a humiliating condition in front of those around us. Ill-disposed, I cried. I couldn't care less. Then everything was quiet again. In the course of the morning, when my mother wanted to tidy up my father's bedroom, she found the door bolted. About midday, we forced it open. My father's corpse, half dressed, was lying on the bed. Something must have befallen him as he went to fetch his beer from the cellar. He had long been in a poor state of health. We note that this father had in some way been good to his daughter, and it seems that the Lord was trying to pull on that little bit of merit through the one that he'd been good to. And had she perhaps reacted positively to that solicitation of grace, something could have been done. But she pushed the grace away. And we know now where she is, for she has had to give testimony. And that testimony has come out also in exorcism, for in the case of Annette Miguel, her voice also was heard. It's very sad that so many souls go through this small moment of time that we call life, drained by the material and completely unaware of what actually matters, what can sometimes